Hi guys, it's Lachette and I'm back with another video for my channel, Scarlet Moon Creations. And this video is going to be a little bit different this month. Um, I got the idea obviously from other YouTubers, and I kind of had been planning on doing blog posts about this on my blog, which is linked in the description down below. But after January, doing 31 Days of Tarot and following a whole bunch of new YouTubers. Because of that, I got the idea that maybe I could do this for YouTube as well. So there'll be a link in the description down below to my blog, or to the blog post that accompanies this video. Sorry. All of a sudden my eyelashes are being a pain. Anyway, let's start. This is going to be my first favorites video, and I could have skipped January, but I decided to do it anyway. Don't worry, a February video will be coming in the next couple of days. I just wanted January to be done because I actually have a lot of favorite things in January. So without further ado, let's get to it. And just to give, and if you don't know what a favorites video is, every month basically I'll share a few things, people, maybe places or businesses from around the internet and in my real life that I just really enjoyed and liked. A couple of things that I would probably love to have, maybe a few wish list things here and there, but for the most part, just the things that were my favorite. I'll probably be keeping this for the most part in the kind of planner, self-care, witchcraft, paganism, divination areas of life. Though I'll be honest, there will be a few things that might be business related that will show up in this video and in future videos every once in a while. But yeah, I'll just talk about what I think is great about those items and why maybe you should check them out. None of this stuff is sponsored. None of it, there's no affiliation or anything like that. This is like literally, from my mouth to your ears, stuff that I like that I want to share with other people. So let's get started. I'm going to start with like blogs and websites first, and you can find links to them in the blog post I'll share in the description down below, and but I'll also put like a little image here on the right, now that I remember to fix my camera to leave that space. So let's get started. So first I want to talk about this website, daysoftheyear.com, is an amazing, amazing website. It's super helpful to me every month, actually. I'm not going to mention it in my favorite videos every single month. It's just a website that catalogs all of the not what's the word I'm looking for? The obscure holidays, I guess, is what I'm looking for. Holidays you wouldn't really think about. And I'm in the U.S., by the way, in New York City. So there's a lot of obscure holidays. And also being a witch, we have holidays, or pagans in general have holidays that are mainstream people don't really know about. So I like to celebrate those. Also, just to help me with my business and with social media, um, to give me something to post on certain days where I'm just like, I don't know what to do. There are certain holidays that I think promote self-care, which is very important to me and to my business practices, and also that promote mental health and physical health, and just celebrating you and yourself. And I think it's a good idea to help promote that, just for myself and also for other people. So check out daysoftheyear.com. There's a little image here so you can see what I'm talking about. And yeah, so next, oh, I gotta find another way of doing this, guys. This is a pain in my butt. It's not want to scroll down, I see. Alright. Oh, sorry. So, next website is actually a web page. Edit this out. So, next website is actually a web page. It's by Nicholas Goek, and he talks about the miracle morning. Now, I've been doing the miracle morning off and on with varying levels of success since September last year, so September 2017. And when I do it, it is very impactful on my life in a very good and positive way. And the Miracle Morning is created by Hal Elrod. There's a book. There's actually several books, but the main one is the Miracle Morning. And there's the others are like the Miracle Morning for entrepreneurs, or the Miracle Morning for mothers, or that kind of thing. Um, so he's the originator. This guy, Nicholas Goek, and I hope I'm pronouncing his name properly. He kind of broke it down, the lifesavers, which is part of the Miracle Morning, the main part of the Miracle Morning. He broke down the lifesavers in such a way that I did not see in the book, and I did not see in the Facebook community group. And it just, opened a new door in my brain and in my thought process about the Miracle Morning and why I'm doing it. And I really appreciated that. And he added one thing, like in the book, Hal tells you, you should add like 1 to 3 other items to your morning routine, which is what the Miracle Morning is about. So those are your main goals for the day. Like, we're going to get this done first thing in the morning, like when I'm like fresh. And what Nicholas adds, he calls MIT the most important thing. And it's like, that's your most important thing to get done that day. So as soon as you finish the other lifesavers, excuse me. As soon as you finish the other lifesavers, you go right in and do your most important thing, and it's done. I like the way he talks about the most important thing. So again, this is the page. Link is in the description down below. Check it out. Nicholas's website is very interesting. So there are other posts as well you might like. Next is, okay, so this is a little silly, so I'll make it quick. This is very helpful to me. The Google URL shortener. And the reason this is very helpful to me is because in January, I did the 31 Days of Tarot Challenge here on YouTube, and I did one video for each prompt. That's 31 prompts. It was a lot. And when I, in the description, I would put links to the stuff I was talking about, like the tarot or oracle decks I was mentioning, or any other tools or websites for my wish list decks, that kind of thing, in the description down below. And some of those links were really long, and I thought it looked completely messy. And I was like, I vaguely remember hearing about URL shorteners, and there are others, but I really like the Google one. Um, it's now connected, to my YouTube channel and that kind of thing. But I also really love the fact that it includes um, a counter to see how many people have clicked on the links that you shortened using that site, which is helpful to me. So are people going or are they not going? Is it important for me to leave those links in the description down below? I don't know. But that's very helpful and I plan to use it forever now. So go to that site. Next, um, so 31 Days of Tarot happened. Here's the link to Ethany Dawn's website and her explanation of 31 Days of Tarot. So we did this in January. It looks like she does it every January, so you can come back in January if you would like to participate next year, or do it whenever you want. And if you want, you can tell me in the comments down below you're doing it, and I'll go check out some of your videos. And this was a challenge for me in many ways, but I'm so glad I did it. I talked about this a little bit in my 31st video at the end, but basically, if you've been following my channel for a while, not that long, but since the beginning, which was only last July, I've never done so many videos. I've never done videos where I showed my face before that point. Um, and there was a lot of technical things I didn't do. I hadn't done before this challenge, and I'm just really very happy that I challenged myself to do this, and it turned out so well. I met a bunch of new YouTube friends, or I made a bunch of new YouTube friends and Instagram friends, which I'm going to talk about next. But 31 Days of Tarot was like the biggest thing that happened to me in my life in January of 2018. So I'm just really grateful to Ethany for creating that challenge, and I'm kind of thankful to myself for completing it and doing so well. So some of the people that I followed thanks to the challenge, let's start with Samantha Menzo, Sammy, as she says in her videos. So here's the thing, right? I actually followed Sammy on Instagram already, and didn't realize it. It was Cloud9 Studios. That's her Instagram account, and here's like a little image of what her Instagram looks like. And it's very ethereal looking, which is also why I didn't realize it was her. Even though her profile picture is the same on both YouTube and Instagram. But yeah, it's gorgeous to look at. I like how she holds up her tarot cards and oracle cards for the pictures. And I don't know what else to say, but about her Instagram. Her YouTube channel is a little more diverse than the Instagram. The Instagram is more focused on tarot and oracle cards and some prose, maybe poetry. But her YouTube channel, which I also been following since a couple of months ago, but I didn't connect the two. Anyway, I like Sammy. She's like really down to earth. And we seem to have a lot in common, including some cultural, like, and nationality type things. So, like, there are certain things that she says, and I'm just like, yeah, exactly. And it has nothing to do with, like, tarot or oracle or divination or being a witch or a bullet journaler or any of that stuff. And it's just, certain things that I guess people have lived, had these life experiences, or just like they click. And the other thing I like about Sammy is she's very straightforward. Um, uh, Definitely, I kind of guess like a modern witch, and the fact that I don't know, it's just, there's no beaded curtain or smoke and mirrors. Not that any of that is a bad thing. It's just like, you know, this is me. I'm a little quirky, and um, I like, modern things, and I know myself, but I'm also, mystical and magical person, and yeah. So check out Sammy. This is her YouTube channel. I should have said that since it's floating there. But yeah, check out her Instagram and her YouTube channel. Again, link in the blog post down below. Um, Let me see. Next, The Peculiar Daughter. Also, okay, so I was not following her on Instagram or YouTube, but I am now, both. Um, Her Instagram, this is, I forget her name. I'm so sorry. I'll probably like put it somewhere here. But you can find her by The Peculiar Daughter. And this woman is also very straightforward and awesome, but in a completely different way from Sammy. Um, Sammy feels kind of like my age, so I'm pretty sure she's younger than me. Um, and the Peculiar Daughter is older. Um, Her Instagram is very natural, which is what drew me to it. Once when I was searching for other people on Instagram who were doing 31 Days of Terror, her post came up and I was just like, oh my gosh. They're gorgeous. They're very natural, like using natural woods, plant life, that kind of thing. The backgrounds are distressed often, and it's a feast for the eyes. Um, and I wish I could do something like that. Her Instagram is more old world than Sammy's is, and that's not a problem. I love both of their Instagrams, just because that's what Instagram is for, to look at stuff, right? Um, and her YouTube channel was not what I was expecting. Um, this is a woman who has, lived her life, and she knows what she believes in and what she does not believe in, and is very sure of herself, um, in the way that if she's unsure, or if she doesn't know something, she'll say that. And that's that. There's no like prevarication. This is how it is. Um, and I really, really appreciate that. As you'll see, this is a theme with the third YouTuber I'm going to talk about. And yeah, there's a shamanistic aspect to her work, which I also admire and appreciate. And yeah, just go check out The Peculiar Daughter at her YouTube channel or Instagram. And the next YouTuber is someone I've been following for a couple of years now. Um, I haven't watched every single video because before last year, I think, YouTube was not something I did all the time. Katie Flowers. I think it's pretty well known amongst the pagan and tarot YouTube community, and beyond probably. But I I like and respect Katie. Once again, the thread continues. Very straightforward, very honest, very like just this is me, and her me is different from The Peculiar Daughter and from Samantha Menzo's. Obviously, check out her YouTube channel here. And Katie is from Australia. So um, I just, I like how, um, I don't want to say strong her opinions are. She's just, this is how strong her beliefs are, I should say. Um, Her beliefs and her enjoyment of about nature and social justice, oh my goodness, and mental health. These are these are all things that are very important to me, and I guess I'm still somewhat forming my beliefs about them. And I mean, especially the social issues. I just, if I come across a video by Katie that's talking about, you know, the social issues of the world currently today, I know that's an ally. That's a support person, and I just am very grateful for that. As far as the mental health thing, it definitely something I've been dealing with for a while. I don't think I can't compare the two of us, but I appreciate her honesty and her openness with sharing. And she's very inspiring and influential to me as far as using my um, what I know about witchcraft and divination for self-care. And um, I definitely want to share, you know, my stuff with other people the way she has shared. So thank you, Katie. Go check out her YouTube channel. Okay, so I'm going to mention one more YouTube channel that has nothing to do with 31 Days of Tarot. I did not find them because of 31 Days of Tarot, but I found them sharing my 31 Days of Tarot videos on YouTube. There is, on Facebook, there's a group called YouTube Pagans or something like that. I'll link down below. And they're pretty awesome. And I found several people that I was interested in following through that group the end of January. And one of them is someone I already know. But she also does a collaborative channel, which is Witchy Book Reviews. And they're here. And the link in the description to the blog post below. And Witchy Book Reviews is awesome. I'm not gonna lie, it's something I kind of tried to start doing, I think back in 2012. But like for a blog post, didn't really get anywhere with it. I love books, I love reading, and honestly, in the pagan community, not just like witchcraft, just pagan in general, especially in the U.S., um, it's really hit or miss whether a book is like worth your time or not, especially if you are not a beginner. Um, if you're not looking for how to whatever, it's difficult. So, um, I appreciate the work that goes into witchy book reviews, and there's definitely some books I've passed on and other books I've added to my own wish list. Like I want to read those because of the reviews they've done. It's a fairly new account, so there's not like hundreds of book reviews, but the book reviews are always helpful, and I like that it's more than one person doing it, so it's not, you know, you don't get stuck in their bias or what they're looking for. These women are have various backgrounds. They're from different places around the world, and I think also, not I think, but also they are um, not of the same faith. They don't follow the same religion other than being pagans or witches. So they have different interests book-wise, which, you know, gives you a lot of variety. And every once in a while, though, which I do like, one or more, or obviously one, two or more will review the same book and give you like different point of views. Again, I like that. So check out Witchy Book Reviews on YouTube. Um, some last few things I want to talk about relating to YouTube, but for me, um, just some things that really helped me grow or create this YouTube channel, especially during the 31 Days of Tarot challenge. Um, First, this selfie stick and tripod. So I'll put a link in the description down below, and I'm sorry it's like backwards because I'm here on the other side of the camera. Vivitar tripod, 7-in-1 universal selfie tripod. And this thing, I can't show you the actual stick because I'm using it right now to hold up my phone. Last year, kind of randomly, I was in Michael's. That happens often to me. And I ran, they were having a sale, or they had coupons, which happens often. And they had this, and I saw it, and I was like, well, with the sale, I think it's only $20. I don't remember. This was months and months ago. I've been using this thing since the first YouTube video I posted. So um I think I bought it in the spring of last year, and honestly, here in the US, selfie sticks are kind of like looked down upon, particularly in high tourist areas like my city, New York. Um, it's another annoyance for us locals, us natives. Like, oh my god, not only are you taking up the whole sidewalk, now you got a stick that's taking up the air. It's definitely an annoyance for tall people like me trying to walk around. Someone just like whips out their selfie stick. Like, come on, dude. But at the time, I was working as a personal assistant to an author, and we would travel to different places around the world. And I was often by myself exploring, you know, cities that I had never been in. And I like taking pictures. But without a selfie stick, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to get, you know, um, good pictures with certain like landmarks, or just things that I really enjoyed looking at. To have a picture of myself, and yeah, that's difficult. So selfie stick, I bought it. Funny enough, I went to Malaysia and St. Louis and bought the selfie stick with me in my suitcase. Forgot to use it both times, but whatever. I'm no longer at that job, and my family decided to make YouTube videos, a plan with me video, and this thing was so helpful because it comes with this little, what they call it the smartphone cradle, and this little it says for GoPro, but I use it for the smartphone cradle as well. And then I can adjust the height and everything, and it has a button there if I want to take selfies. But I don't need that for making YouTube videos. This is awesome. It's been something I could not have done the 31 Days of Tarot without. Um, just the forward, the it's just, invaluable to me. The other thing is, I downloaded this program, video editor and the slideshow maker, for my laptop, to edit my videos, to add those cards and images, and in some cases some text to my 31 Days of Tarot videos. So my video game stepped up a notch, And my January and February Plan With Me video stepped up to notch as well, because I was able to remove some things, switch things around, that kind of thing, and I would not have been able to do it without the video editor and slideshow maker that I got from the Microsoft shop, because my computer is PC and I have, Windows 10 on it. So check that out if you want some basic video editing. I have since upgraded to something new, but I still keep it around because it is very basic and it's free. So that's it for video stuff. Okay, so next on my list of favorites, winter decor. So here are some pictures, and decor is kind of really somewhat of a big deal for me as far as celebrating the seasons and the holidays. I don't need like a huge elaborate, thing. This is not, we don't have a huge house with lots of space, and we don't need, garlands dripping from the walls or, anything like that. I live in a 3-bedroom apartment in New York City, so whatever. But for winter, during the winter solstice, my mom, she works for the city helping homeless children stay in school, and they had an event before Christmas. It's like a holiday party thing where people donated stuff for the kids. Some of the things they donated were decorations. And one box of decorations was like this just wintry stuff, not necessarily Christmas or a particular holiday, but it was all like white and silver and that kind of thing, and poinsettias. So it was very nice, but then at the end of the day it was going to be thrown away, so my mom decided to bring it home. And I'm happy she did, because I just like did some floral arranging with the stuff, and with various vases I have, and some candles, and those the ball ornaments, and put them together, and I'm really happy with the way they came out. And I've kept them up because they're not Christmas decorations. Maybe the ornaments kind of look like they are, but not the way I have them set up, as you can see in some of the pictures here. Just winter, which it still is, even though like today it's 50 degrees, but in 2 days it's gonna snow again, like literally. So we're still going through it, and I've already made plans for what I'm gonna do for spring. I have some stuff, and I think that's part of my way of celebrating the seasons and the elements of what's going on in the outside world, bringing it into my home. Okay, so next, these two favorites next are from Etsy, and I don't have them, but they're on the way. First, these herbal spoons from Cat. I've wanted herbal spoons for a while. I have a couple, but they're like very utilitarian and not the small. These have crystals on the end, and oh my god, look at them. Go check these guys out. They have other great things in their shop. Link in the blog post down below. But yeah, if I find like a wholesale supplier for herbal spoons, I will probably start including them in my, Etsy shop packaging. Just like, yeah, so here's a lovely spoon to help you spoon out your bath salts or your body scrubs or whatever have you. So that's that. And next, Flowers from the Dead, an Oracle deck. I found out about this deck from someone who recommended it in their 31 Days of Tarot video, and I have not looked back. It's absolutely gorgeous. I immediately added it to my Etsy favorites. Just look at these cards. Look at these cards. Go check them out as well over on Etsy. Okay, so moving back to YouTube, um, really quick. Kate Palmer. She also has an Instagram, but let's go with her YouTube because that's how I found her. I'm a huge fan of art journaling, especially mixed media, and Kate is someone I found this January. Looking for videos, examples to show people who use washi tape, you know, in their art journaling. And I loved the video that Kate had done and just fell in love with it. I basically mostly copied her background technique. She does more than what I do on my page, but uh, uh. So I just that was the first video, and then I fell down the rabbit hole as usual. And just go check out her stuff. You can also find her on Instagram here. Uh okay, so this is kind of like really practical, but also in the self-care area. Chime Bank. The end of the year, I found myself with some banking issues, and I could not open a new bank account with the bank I was using, but I needed some place to put incoming money so that I could use it to pay for stuff. And Chime Bank was one of the ones I came across. There's no down opening amount necessary. There's no fees. Um, it's an online bank. You just connect it to, you can connect it to another bank account. You connect it to your PayPal. It works absolutely wonderfully. Like I said, no fees, which is definitely something I needed. And I am grateful for it because it has helped me get out of a hole, or sorry, get out of the hole that I was in. All right, last but not least, music. So music is a huge part of my life. It has been for as long as I can remember. My parents are big music fans. They are also the ones that passed on the love of books to me. So no surprise there. And lately being the past few years, my main source of music has been K-pop, Korean pop, and it's the United States is starting to really pay attention outside of the people who are fans already, like just regular people who know nothing about K-pop are like, oh, that's a thing that exists. Um, and I think Psy's Gangnam Style helped with that back in 2012 and his subsequent title releases. And lots of groups have been touring. Last year was an epic K-pop touring year for the US. We are on the other side of the world, you guys, especially here in New York. Like, that's a trip for them. That's a lot of money you have to spend just to get here, and they don't know if we're gonna fill up an arena. And it's been amazing. But so 3 songs that have just been like on constant replay for me. Peekaboo by Red Velvet. It's so catchy and but still a little quirky. I like the bells and kind of whistles. The video is, to me, hilarious, but I'm not a pizza boy, so maybe if you are, that would not be. They look absolutely amazing as always, and yeah, check it out. Here's the album cover. Next, Mamamoo, Paint Me. For some reason, a lot of people are not fans of this song. I don't know why, but these 4 women have amazing voices, and this is kind of like this very stripped down, no frills song where they're singing their asses off, and I'm a fan of that. The vocals are not always a focal point in K-pop songs. Not that they're bad, they're just not, the main focus of the song a lot of the times. And I appreciate that this song exists because Mamamoo are amazing singers. This is just like them singing. Lastly, and you probably heard of this, Mic Drop, the Steve A. I can't even say that. Just Mic Drop, all the different versions by BTS. BTS, they came here last year. They won the Billboard Music Award. They were on the American Music Awards, and they performed there. They were on Ellen, James Corden, Jimmy Kimmel, and they just were on the February cover of Billboard magazine recently. So like if no one knows anything about K-pop, they probably know them inside. So there's that. Particularly the song Mic Drop. They have the original on their album last year. Then they did a remix with Steve Aoki and Designer, which is on Spotify, and I love that version too. The original is more like old school hip hop, and the remix is very modern with an electric sound, which makes sense because Steve Aoki is that's his signature, and Designer with his mumble rap, which is not necessarily my favorite thing, but what he's actually talking about fits the overall topic. And then the music video, they couldn't get Designer, to film when they were filming, so he's not in it. So there's kind of like that version. There's also like an extended mix, which they better put out because it's awesome, where they have these kind of dance breaks, which they performed at their own Korean award shows, and I love every freaking version of it. Excuse my shirt. I love this shirt, and it's old and falling apart. But that song is awesome. I love every single version of it for different reasons, and it gets me up, it gets me hype, it gets me like I am, good and great and wonderful, and like look at all the stuff I've done. It's a very positive song. I'm not gonna let the haters get me down, including those negative Nancy's in my own head. So those are my musical recommendations this month. And yeah, what else do I got? I have a last few things. This video is really long, and so is the blog post. February's favorites will not be this long, I promise. But like I told you, January is really important to me. So, if you know, I'm Scarlet Moon Creations. I create all natural self-care products so I can help you help yourself. And but every once in a while I find things that other people like make that I either can't or don't want to. And one of them is Green Girl Herbs, and you can find her website here. But first, her elderberry syrup. I don't know. That's the logo. If you could focus on the logo. Anyway, Green Girl Herbs. This is a 8-ounce bottle of all natural elderberry syrup. This has been invaluable in my house for my family and me for the past 2 winters. The flu especially. This is not a family that really gets sick, but we have a lot of allergies, or 2 of us have a lot of allergies, and then the flu sometimes comes and just sweeps through. And elderberry syrup and fire cider, which is not something I buy, are the 2 things that I have found that are really helpful to boosting our immune system and reducing the amount of times anyone gets the flu. Like, I haven't gotten the flu this year at all. Just 2 tablespoons of this a day, just no flu. even though, other people in my house have had flu. But even for those who have gotten the flu, it reduces how long the flu stays around. And what I like about Green Girl Herbs elderberry syrup is the fact that it is all natural. There's no um, syrup or other things in here. It's made from elderberries that she grows locally. Um, Native wildflower honey, again local, brandy. So that's it. And this, because 2 tablespoons a day and that's it, lasts for several months. And there are 5 people living in my house. So get you some of this because it's good. I need to get some more. If I have nowhere to grow elderberries, so, and I don't know a trustful source to buy them from to make my own, so I'm not worried about that. I will. We just finished this bottle. I will buy another one for the next flu season. But Green Girl Herbs, she makes other stuff too. So again, check out her website here. Then who do we have? Instagram. So I'm on Instagram a lot, and these are my favorite accounts in January. Rebecca Desnos, you can find her Instagram account here. She is a natural dyer, and I don't even remember how I found her account, but I love it. And she dyes cloth, linens and cotton cloth, natural cloths with natural dyes, um, like avocado pits and peels. I didn't know that you can dye, you can use, that they had any color for you to use. So that's something I want to try. Um, Probably not on cloth yet because I don't have the means at this point, or the cloth. But I want to try it on paper because I'm a paper crafter. I love it. And you'll see more of that soon. I just want to try her techniques. And also because, the spring equinox is coming, and that whole, spring in Eastern eggs. I will try some of her dyeing techniques on her eggs. She has a book which you can check out. Um, so if you try any of her dyeing techniques, let me know, and I'll share probably on my social media as well. Next, Novel Night. This is the Instagram, and I'm a huge book lover, guys. Huge book lover. Um, I'm currently trying to figure out what to do with my books, so if anyone's interested in buying any, let me know because I will send you the catalog that I have that I have no space for. But yeah, Novel Night runs this uh, challenge called Beat the Backlist, and here's the website, the web page. Again, link in the blog post in the description down below. And Beat the Backlist is basically about it's to help you focus on paring down your to be read list. Since using Goodreads, I have over 400 to be read books, and they're constantly being added to. As much as I read, I have never caught up on the ones I want to read. So I always forget, you get sucked into, oh, what's the new stuff? There's 3 books in March coming out that I really want, but my focus this year is on beating my backlist, getting those to be reads actually read. So if you want to join the challenge, you can. There's an extra Instagram photo challenge where you post pictures every Thursday. I've been way behind on that, but I'm gonna try and jump in on that part this upcoming March. But as far as reading books on my backlist, that has been very helpful. Novel Night came up with all kinds of ways you can join a team, gain points and prizes and that kind of thing just for reading the books that are on your to be read books list. Like just for reading the books that you want to read and just haven't gotten around to. So I really appreciate that. Um, Check them out either on their website or the Instagram and enjoy. Enjoy. So next, Instagram, Will Smith. And actually, I found out today when putting together the post for this that Will Smith also puts his videos onto YouTube. So here's his Instagram first. And if you're not following Will Smith on Instagram, you need to be. You need to be. Like, as he puts it, same guy from Philly as always, or something like that. That's his tagline. He joined in December. That's it. It's hilarious because, of course, it's Will Smith. Um, and he is, completely himself, goofy, funny, oddly, oracle like, just spouting random wisdom, um, and just living his life. Yeah, he promotes his stuff, but it's not like over the top and in your face. And just the man is awesome. So you should follow him on Instagram. His YouTube channel contains the vlogs. He went on vacation, I think. Also, like just these pearls of wisdom, and they're not tiny, which I appreciate. I'm not a fan of like short, pithy quotes that are supposed to be motivational because half the time I don't understand what they're supposed to be motivating me to do. But like if you explain fully the purpose, then I'm here. So I really and he does that without pretension. Um, Again with jokes, but also like that's life is funny, and life is not perfect, and he's very much aware of that and willing to just like share that with you. And he's just, as always, so relatable. So follow him on YouTube too, if you want to always catch the videos, because he puts them in his Instagram stories, and those are disappear in 24 hours. Next, Instagram, Zen Den candles. Oh my gosh, they are so gorgeous, so gorgeous. They make candles that look like crystals, candles that look like bones and skulls, candles that look like feathers. It's just a magical Instagram account and magical products. There's their IG. Go follow them. If you want to buy something, go to their website. I like wish lists. Those are on my wish list. Because wow, like for home decor, or if you're like you want your altar to be pretty, not that it's a bad thing. They're wonderful. They're perfect. Um, Next is Daniel Avila, someone I used to work with in the New York City Department of Parks and Recreation. One of the perks of working for the New York City Parks was working in a park and getting that natural connection every day. Just going to and from work. If I never left the building during my work hours, I got a little bit of green energy coming and going. Unfortunately, I don't have that anymore, but I do get a little bit of it. In one way through Daniel's account. So this is his private account. He is an official photographer for the New York City Department of Parks and Recreation, and he's awesome. Since this is his personal account, it's not just pictures of the parks, it's also pictures of our hometown, our city, New York, and which is a magical and lovely place. And I take pictures when I go out and about in the city, but it always feels like they don't really fit with my Instagram account, and I'm not having that anymore. My city is a magical place. I am an urban witch. Um, it's not just going to, the natural areas that give me, that boost of energy that let me connect with the natural elements. Um, it's the city itself. Um, and Daniel helps with that so much. His pictures are absolutely amazing. Please check out his Instagram account. What else we got? What else? What else? Okay. Last but definitely not least, T Phases Oracle. This I don't just she makes these absolutely gorgeous pieces of jewelry with tea and crystals, other natural elements, and I love every single one of them. I cannot buy every single piece of that she makes, but I can admire, and so can you. Look at that! Look at that! Ah. So this one, I'm forgetting exactly. Do I have the card here? Okay, this is what it used. Her thing used to be Tea Time Designs, and Amanda May, um, is her name. Sorry. So T Phases Oracle and Tea Time inspired jewelry with pizzazz, and you should definitely check her out. I'm trying to see if I have the tag. I don't. Sorry, Amanda, but so this necklace that I bought, I forget exactly what it's called. That's what I was looking for the tag. It's like power or something like that. And there's green tea and flecks of gold in here, and this stone is pyrite. And basically, the tea and gold are behind this like resin, um, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I just feel like a powerful woman who can get shit done when I wear this necklace, and just and it's not heavy. Like I looked at it and I hummed and hawed and I was like, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, but it's it's not heavy, um, and just check out what she has because it's so awesome and it's really great. Listening to her story and how she's coming up and connecting with her true audience, and people are just loving what she puts out there, and I wish her the best. We've done a couple of things together, sales and whatnot, and she's a great person. So check out T Phases Oracle. And the last thing I want to mention, oh God, you think you're not done yet? No. For oil milk, in bulk for some, Candlemas for others. Basically February 1st or 2nd, whenever you, um, I made some cookies. I like to do what I call, what do I call it? Food and drink crafting because why not? So, I like to like either bake. Well, yeah, bake. I don't bake that often, even though I prefer to cooking. Um, so I guess I'm a little bit of a kitchen witch. Anyway, I also like to make drinks, and by drinks I mean usually alcoholic cocktail type things. And sorry, I'm trying to find the recipe. Okay, so I decided to make shortbread cookies. I made tiny ones, and I used this book which I've had for years, Witchcraft on a Shoestring, um, and it's Practicing the Craft Without Breaking Your Budget by Deborah Blake. It's a really nice book. Um, I don't use it very often anymore, but because I understand the basic premises. Um, Basically using what you have that's already in your house, for the most part. And there's a couple of things like where she tells you where certain things you can get that are relatively cheap. And so the recipe I made was the rosemary shortbread cookies. I also made regular shortbread cookies, and It came out really great. I love shortbread. I need to try it again. The other thing that I did was make candles. As I mentioned, one of the holidays celebrated that time of year is Candlemas, which is actually a Christian holiday, but I don't care. I was raised Christian, Catholic actually, but and Episcopalian, but that doesn't matter. I made candles. One of my coven members showed us how. It was very simple. Um, I still have this is a really old mold, but I made my own candles. I don't know about you guys, but like when I buy candles, there's always like extra wax, or I do something and I get wax somewhere it's not supposed to be. So it's like, what do I do with this extra wax? Well, if I get a mold, I can make my own candles with this extra wax, which I absolutely love. These candles have been sitting in my window since I made them, and that was roughly just before the last full moon. Um, and I'm gonna put them back in the window after this. And basically, I went from full moon to to dark moon to full moon with these candles, removing negative energy, empowering them, with the power of the moon and the sun, because I didn't take them out during the day. And it's just the increasing power of the sun. And so, like, these candles are cleansed, they are empowered, and they are ready for use throughout the year. And I have 6 of them, so, or 7. One is still stuck in the thing. But, so, like, I'm thinking one candle for each of the spots for the rest of the year, which I'm just kind of really proud I made these candles. So, yeah, that is my January favorites. I absolutely promise my February favorites will not be this long. This is my first one. I wasn't sure how many things to put, and yeah, thank you for listening. I'll see you guys next time.